Just thoughts on your camp in the last couple weeks and what you've been able to improve on so far.
I felt pretty good. I feel like I've definitely gotten my consistency way better. I'm striking the ball a lot better, and it's in the height's on the ball. I'm hitting a lot truer of a ball, and same with punt. It's definitely come along a lot better than the start, but I'm pretty comfortable with both where I'm at right now.
They've been talking about trying to not use you in both because it's kind of a fatigue thing or an overuse. Do you feel that way if you're called upon to do
really.
both?
I don't totally feel that. I mean, there is fatigue, but that comes from being in camp, practicing twice a day sometimes. But I stay on top of my recovery, and I try and put myself in the best situations I can to, be as ready as I can every time they ask me to go out there.
Did getting in late against NAU last year help with your preparation moving out of that?
Yeah, I definitely felt like it did. I mean, it's the same way for every college kicker. You go out, that first kick it's new. You haven't had that before, and I feel like I got that out of the way. I got my first kick, and thankfully it went well, and I'm excited to get back out there, do it again.
What was going through your head in that first extra point when you go out there on that field?
I just told myself, you know how to kick, you got here, and just do your thing. And I went out there, cleared my head, and just kicked the ball like I know how to kick.
Do you talk to Casey at all, or does he or Drew reach out to you?
Yeah, I stay in touch with them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I ask them for advice sometimes because they're always on top of limiting their reps and staying fresh all the time. And so, that's a big thing I learned from Casey and Drew with their warm-ups and how they keep their legs from fatiguing out.
Is it hard for you transitioning from kicking a field goal to a punt, like in back-to-back periods out here, or is it?
Not really. I mean, there is some differences with the leg swing and everything, but I've taken thousands of reps over these last 5-6 years that I've kicked, and so it takes a few dry swings is usually what I tell myself. If I can get my dry swings before I go out there, I can hit a true ball.
Matt Morin's been holding for you. How's he taking that as a guy who's pretty new to that?
He's good. He's he's an athletic guy. He's got quick hands. He's a tight end, and the thing I like best is he's got his timing, and he gets the ball down for me. And so by the time I get there, if he gets this ball on spot most of the time, I'd say. But even if it's a little off, the ball's there before I get there if I have to make any slight adjustments, and that helps a lot. So I'm comfortable. I'm confident he'll get the ball on the spot every time.
What's the longest field goal you've ever made in your career?
Are you talking like
in practice or in a game or anything?
In practice, I've tried out from 65, 66. I've hit a few of those, but I don't totally practice a lot of long kicks like that. I try and when I go out and practice, I try and do kicks I think are going to happen in the game. And so I'll do some long ones towards the end, like 55, 56. And, I'm swinging the same way on every kick. So if it's a 55-yard kick, I'm swinging the same way if it's an extra point.
Have you had one punt that you got a hold of that you're pretty proud of?
Today during punt period, I got a hold of that red punt we had at the end of the one unit. That was a pretty big punt. I was pretty proud of that. But I can't say I hold on to a single punt because I treat each punt like a new punt. And once it happens, I take a second. I think about it. If it's a good punt, I think what I did right. If it's not a great punt, I think what did I do wrong? What can I do next time? And then I go to the next punt like it's my first punt. So I don't really hold on to a punt like that.
In your off time, what's kind of your favorite thing to do, either around the facility or around town?
I got to think about that one for a second. It really depends on the time of year. If it's camp, I like to stay home. I'll read sometimes just to relax and clear my head. I'll take my dog on a walk. I got a dog at home now, and so I'll take her on a walk, and helps clear my head because being a kicker, it's a lot. It's mostly mental. Because anybody can swing a leg, and so it's a mental part of the game. So if you keep a clear head, you keep your confidence high and be happy at practice, well, that's the best thing you could do, because my favorite time of day is being out on this field.
Right.
And if I'm happy on this field, well, day's even better.
What kind of dog?
It's a black lab named Roxy.
Okay. All right, thanks, man.